Here's a quick tutorial on how to navigate your English 9 course. And obviously the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to courses at the top of your page and you will find the class that says English 9 and go ahead and click on it. Now obviously when I open mine it's going to look a little bit different than yours because I'm a teacher, but let's just navigate to what a student view would look like. So I'm just going to change this real quick to a student, and this should be very similar to what you see when you get into your English 9 course. First things first, in your left-hand navigation pane, you have the ability to toggle between all the materials that are in the course, all the folders, any updates, and when there are new updates, you'll get a little number here letting you know that there's a new update. So pay attention to that because I will often put class information and updates on the updates page. You can also choose the updates page to be the landing page, so when you open English 9, you can automatically go right to updates. You will find the toggle for your grades, and as you can see, there really aren't any grades in here at this point, but when there are grades to be given, you will see them in Schoology, and of course you can always see your grades in Campus. For right now, that's probably the things that you're going to be concerned about on the left-hand navigation pane. In the center navigation pane will be all of our class material, so every unit of study, every test and quiz, anything that you need for the course will be found in here. Let me just give you a quick breakdown of the folders. First things first, you have a Using Schoology folder, so anytime you have any confusion about submitting an assignment, navigating Schoology like we're doing right now, you would look in this folder. You have a folder on class information, which is stuff like your syllabus, anything we do on day 1, login information that pertains to this class, which I may update as we continue to go. You would find that here. And then you also have a folder for 9A and 9B. Let's just go into the 9A folder so you understand how to navigate these things. First thing you'll see is you have a set of subfolders, which are all the units of study that we focus on in 9A. If I ever say, today we're going to do journals, today we're going to do To Kill a Mockingbird, you know that you will go in the folder to find the resources you need for that particular topic. Let's just go into the short literature folder so you can get an idea of what each folder contains. Seems like a lot of stuff, but really it's just more an organization thing. Each folder is organized like this. You always have background and supplemental information. Think of that as the stuff that we do at the beginning of the unit, the pre-unit stuff, anticipation guides, any background information that you might just need to understand the topic will be found there. Anytime we take notes, so if I give you a PowerPoint or if I give you a Google presentation, any sort of notes I give you in class will be found here. If you're absent or you're going to study for a test and you need some to refresh your memory on some notes, you'll find them here. Class activities and homework are reserved for the day-to-day kind of things. So if I say in class today we are going to do a worksheet or an activity around short literature, you would find it in this folder. And if, for instance, I give you homework for short literature, you would also find it in this folder. You'll see in that class activities folder there's one additional folder, and it's a discussion folder. And the reason I've done that is because it's often hard for students to figure out where all the discussions are. So if I say today we're doing a discussion on short literature, you're going to open the short literature folder. It's a class activity because we're doing it in class that day, and then you're going to go down to discussions to find that folder. We also have a tests and quizzes folder, so anytime we give tests and quizzes in class, you will go to this folder to access those. We have a folder for any papers or major projects. So think of these as bigger things that you find in that 70% category, you would find them in here. So if I say we are going to do a big project on short literature, you'd look in here. Now that doesn't mean that we're always going to have stuff in these folders, but each folder is organized the exact same way to eliminate any sort of confusion. And last but not least, you have an additional resources folder, and this is simply just designed if there are any resources that would help you in that particular unit, they might be found there. It's not always going to be that there are things in that folder, but it's there in case you need it. And if I even close the short literature folder, you'll see the commas folder is organized almost exactly the same way, minus the background information because generally there's not a lot of background information for commas. To Kill a Mockingbird, organized the exactly same way. So each unit organized the same way should be easy to navigate and find the things you need. And last but not least, I just want to refresh your memory on the calendar. The calendar is probably the most important area for you. I will always put what we do in class each day, as well as what is homework for each night. So if you look here, here's an upcoming event, the first day of class, Tuesday, September 6th. Anytime there is an upcoming quiz or homework, you'll find it in this streamlined event list over here. I can also click on the calendar to get an overview or a picture of all the events that that pertain to that class. So you can see right now we have first day of class. I could click on it if I need more information about that item. The one thing that you're going to want to do to make navigating Schoology easier is probably make sure you have notifications turned on for your courses. So go up here to this little settings drop down, click notifications, and make some determinations about what sort of notifications you want to receive. Yours will look a little different because you're not a teacher, but obviously if there are things you want to know anytime your teacher posts a course update, you might want to receive notifications for that. All right, if you have any questions, as always, please just make sure you ask me. You can ask me via email, you can ask me in class, or you can ask me via the message system in Schoology.